Hello there, Ray here, and today I would like to show you how you can get infinite amounts of water sources just from a single water source. So this is for the Snapshot 18W7C, and all you have to do is place a water source 1 meter above the soul sand, and this will cause the water vents to occur on the soul sand, and if you remove the original water source, this will cause the water vents to turn into a water source. Then this can also be removed. Now you have two water sources made from a single bucket. Now you can also do this in other ways, just by like collecting rainwater. You can actually get enough rainwater to be collected into a cauldron that you would be able to scoop it up with a bucket. But this is a really fast way to be able to do it as long as you have some soul sand and one water source. Now you can actually do this in the current game just by using some glass bottles on a water source and then putting those glass bottles into a cauldron. And once you get three of them, then you got yourselves two sets of water. Although with this method, you can actually do this in a larger scale. So if we place a water source at the top here, this will create vents on all sides. Now if we remove the original water source, these vents will eventually turn over into water sources. Right now they are still vents, so you can't pick them up. But if we would come ahead and update this middle block, these vents will now turn into water sources, which we can then pick up. Now I just have made an infinite water source. So even though the water source has been removed, these water vents are still sustaining all this water around it. And you can't pick them up, like I said, with a bucket, but if you try to move them, you can actually move them, which is kind of crazy. Right there, you seen it? I moved it. That was crazy. That block that you've seen right here is the new block for non-textures. So before it was the black and magenta block that you probably seen on the ProtoTech server because we have a couple of those. And that block is the block that's saying that, hey, there's no texture for this block, and that's what it's going to display. But you see the new texture for a block that doesn't have any texture is quite crazy. You've seen like a yellow, some orange, and some blue in there. And I have actually moved this water source that was here, I moved it over here. So now I can actually pick up this water source, just like so. That is pretty amazing. So if you want to see that again in slow mode, here it is. And the vent blocks can also be pulled, just like they can be pushed. And you can see they also convert over into that no texture block, and then they eventually turn into a water source. Infinite water sources with water vents as well as no texture blocks. So if you found this interesting, show me the like. If you'd like to see more stuff that I find in the snapshots, subscribe, and don't forget to comment. Bye-bye.